I am back with a new video and I'm very excited about this one. I'd like to mention that today is a new pen day. Very excited. I haven't bought a fountain pen in so long, and that is because I don't really have permanent storage, so my fountain pen collection is extremely small. I don't have them all in front of me now. I do have to put in some work to go and find my pens. I have some on the shelf, I have some in traveler journals, I have them everywhere. But nonetheless, I purchased a new fountain pen because at the end of each week, I actually have something called a weekly focus. And I can't show you what's like necessarily on it. At the beginning of each week, what I do is I set a few tasks that are very important for me to finish. And if I finish those tasks, then I can purchase a pen or purchase any reward. It could be maybe like a coffee at a cafe. It could be a new piece of jewelry. It could be something that's like something that was on my mind that I wanted to purchase, or going to a certain place. It's things that I desire. Like for instance, I used to like make my rewards things that I needed. Like let's say I needed a new jacket or something like that. And I was like, I do have jackets and I'd like a new jacket, and it was kind of iffy. But then there would be an occasion where I really needed a new jacket, and I was like, darn it, I should have just bought it instead of like waiting for my reward. But nonetheless, it's like a different topic. But nonetheless, so my rewards tend to be like, they're super small. They're not really like big extravagant purchases or anything like that, or big extravagant vacations. They're like just a little something for myself to keep me going as I do, like as I grind through my weekly focus or my weekly to-dos. Nonetheless, I baked cookies the last week, so I am having a cookie with some almond milk while I do this because it's just that occasion. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab me a cookie. That's really good. Now the fountain pen that I purchased is actually quite cheap. I didn't buy any expensive fountain pens because I'm waiting on the occasion. Again, these are rewards for myself, so my rewards are incongruent to what I accomplished. And so weekly rewards are super small. They range anywhere between like $1 and like $10. That's how I try to keep it. And when I accomplish really big milestones, then I'll go ahead and purchase like a bigger fountain pen. But nonetheless, I did open the package a little bit just to save you a little bit of headache. And this is the fountain pen that I purchased. It is the Jinhao, I forgot the name, I'll put the name like on the video, but it is a Jinhao, I think it's called an 82. It is an extra fine nib, if it's showing up. It's an extra fine, let's see if it will focus on me. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There it is. It's an extra fine Jinhao nib. It's having a hard time focusing, but. And it is literally the dupe for the Sailor, I think, Pro Gear Slims. And my hands are filled with cookie, which was not a very good idea. It comes with a converter, and it's in this really nice shell white color. So let me go ahead and fill it up with ink. No need to wait any longer. Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with a Tatcha ink. This is Tatcha. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it open. I don't know, it's been a while since I've used it, but I'm literally like almost done with this ink. I don't know if you can tell, but there's literally like nothing left. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick dip test. Let me see. I have a scrap piece of paper. So I'm gonna dip the nib. You can see, I don't know if it's gonna focus, but ooh, it is very similar to, I feel like it's a very Japanese fine. It's not an American or a Western fine. I think it's very closely mimics the Sailor extra fine. And this is an extra fine nib because they're the only nibs I buy just because I have big handwriting and I want to be able to write smaller sometimes. So I do have to, So I do have to get extra fines in order to do that. I do have a extra fine that is a Le Bon. This is my extra, this is the black, this is the Rosa in black, and it's a Le Bon. And as you can see, this is definitely more of a thicker, did I finish this? No, I didn't finish it. It's just almost done. Let me try to cover that up. Yeah, this Le Bon nib is just, there it is. So this is supposed to be an extra fine. And for me, it's like more of a fine or even a broad. Let me go ahead and use a wet wipe really quick. My hands are a little bit, this is a new pack because I just had a little bit of my cookie. My hands are a little coated with sugar. Just to wipe that off and make sure, keep my pens clean as well. That's nice. Put it out here. Okay. But nonetheless, let me go ahead and fill the converter, the syringe, just because I can't reach the bottom of the bottle, and I don't want it to get messy. So using like a syringe to fill up the converter is like the cleanest way to do it. There's a little bit of air bubbles, but it's okay. I think that should be good. And put the excess inside. Okay, put that there. I'm gonna go ahead, put it in the nib. And I feel like for me, Jinhaos are probably one of the best, cheapest fountain pens that you can get. Some cheaper fountain pens are just cheap. They're just trash. And they're like a waste of money, a waste of time, a waste of effort, and you shouldn't even bother. But I feel if you want to try a cheaper fountain pen and you know it's gonna like be at least pretty decent, I think a Jinhao would probably be your best bet. And I think I'm gonna leave this out. I'm almost done with it. I'm like, I think I should just finish it off. I don't know if you can tell. Like there's literally none left. I'll do like a picture really quick. Actually, let me go ahead and try. You can see there's literally like none left, which is good, which is great. There we go. Okay, so my fountain pen is inked up. I'm just gonna flip this over, see if it writes. It's getting there. I think the fact that the feed is already going is really good. So to help it along the way, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna push the ink up a little bit to get it running through the feed. Yeah, let's see if it can get the ink to run through the feed a little bit. Oh, there it is. So I don't know if you can tell. There it is. And then I'm just gonna close this up again and see. Not yet. Just give it a second. What you can do to help it along as well is actually like dip it in water to get the ink to flow. But I have to go get a cup of water to do that, and I'm just gonna bother. There it is. Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is an extra fine, but it's running more. This definitely feels like a European fine, or I mean like a Japanese fine and a European extra fine. So I initially thought, ooh, yeah, it's pretty juicy. So it could also be the paper. This is not Tomio River paper, but it's really nice. It's really nice. It's a really good solid pen, but nonetheless, that's my new fountain pen that I have added to my collection. This is a lot different in size and compared to like the normal fountain pens that I have. So to give you a little, I have like, these are my 3 main pens. I don't really have a collection. I don't think I have a collection in my opinion. Oh, there's still stuff in here. But these are like my 3 main pens. I have a pilot demonstrator. This is actually a student demonstrator. This was a pen that I found off of eBay, and I have yet to see the description of it. It's definitely not, as you can see, the body is a lot more simpler than a pilot demonstrator or even like a platinum demonstrator. So this is like my extra fine. This is like my Japanese extra fine. I use this for everything. Like typically this is like my go-to pen. My Le Bon was actually a gift. And as you can see, it's the Le Bon Rosa in black. And if you can tell, this is silver. And that is because when I started using it, the finish, the gold finish that was on this trim peeled away. It literally peeled away. And it kind of just made me lose respect for the brand. So I will not be purchasing another Le Bon. This was actually purchased from Vanessa Pens, right? Is it Vanessa Pens? I believe that's the name. It has a really nice nib, but I also hate the nib on this. I do have to fix the nib. I either have to like go to a nib grinder or fix it myself. I'm not sure. But what's really bad about this nib is that it skips like crazy. It just skips. It doesn't matter if what kind of ink I put in it. I've tried multiple different inks and it just skips like a madman. And I hate it for that. So it's not a pen that I usually reach for. It's a very pretty pen, don't get me wrong. It is lighter than I initially thought it was going to be. But you know, it's a gift and I really, really like it because it's a gift. I actually, when I purchased this pen, or I didn't purchase, when I got it as a gift, the nib on it was garbage. I had a lot of problems with this pen. The nib, I don't know if you can tell, but you probably can't tell, but it's very open here that you can see through it. So the twine, I believe it's called the twine, is not closed correctly. And even though this is an extra fine nib, it wrote like a broad. So this is a broad nib in my humble opinion now. But we contacted them and we're like, hey, the nib you sent us was, you know, it's not right. And they kind of argued it with us. They're like, no, the nib is fine. Even though we sent pictures and everything, they're like, no, the nib is fine. You're overreacting. That's kind of how the email felt. And we're like, no, send us a new nib. And thankfully they did. This is like, it's like you can tell like this one's like correct and the other one isn't. But it's still a sucky nib. Like compared to like I swear to God, this was a $20 pen and it writes like 10 times better than this. I think it's like $110 pen. I didn't buy it because it was a gift, so I don't know how much it costs and I didn't look it up either. But it kind of just shows you the quality of just Japanese products. I feel like if you really want a good Japanese pen, if you really want a good fountain pen, start with the Japanese products because then they'll be your like workhorse / like everyday writers, and then these prettier pens that don't function the best, you can be like, yeah, it's nice that I have a pretty pen and, you know, it's there for me to use when I want it. So for me, like, I'm hopefully going to make this Jinhao my workhorse. For me, I do have a few cheaper pens because I take these outside. I don't take this outside. These more expensive pens, they don't come outside with me. They stay at home where they're safe. But because I have actually dropped fountain pens in the past, let me see if I have, I'm missing, there it is, okay. I do have this one. So this is another fountain pen that I have. This is a Hungdian Forest pen that I found off of Amazon for 16 bucks. As you can see, it is, because that's where I put my hand, I believe, yeah. So it's rubbed off. The finish has rubbed off here. And I dropped it multiple times. I've dropped the cap multiple times. I've dropped the pen multiple times. And so when it comes to cheaper fountain pens, these three are the fountain pens that I plan on taking out. This I've taken out, and I've also dropped this pen. I think, where did I drop it? I think it was great that I can't tell where I dropped it. But I dropped this on concrete. So dropping a fountain pen on concrete is literally my worst nightmare. So for me, having a few cheaper pens is a really good idea. But I don't know where I dropped it. I swear to God, it was like one of these places, but I dropped this and I dropped this. I have dropped this at home. Thankfully, there's nothing it doesn't show anywhere. But that's why I have a few cheaper fountain pens. And I'm hoping to make this another additive, another workhorse to my collection. I'll do another video on like a really in-depth view of some of these fountain pens, but to be honest, I don't have a very big collection. This is all I have. I think I might have to look for more. No, I'm pretty sure this is all I have. I had a few fountain pens that I broke that I threw away. But these are the fountain pens I have, and now this is to my new collection. As you can see, every single one is different, and I love that. I love having different fountain pens. But that is the end of my new pen day. Oh my gosh, I hope to have many, many more in the future. But I don't have good storage right now, so we have to fix that. But nonetheless, thank you for joining me in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.